And then about hadith says that women must not travel 3 days and 3 nights without a mahram. Does this include staying in a dorm? What about if you want to go to an Islamic school in another country and which is all girls? Part of this question was answered earlier, right? Was answered earlier by our brother Ammar and brother Muhammad Yunus as well. But the part that has to do with 3 days and 3 nights traveling, this would require really some introduction to some usul al-fiqh to answer in a way that is convincing, and we have done that here in this city in one of the seminars. I think the third seminar that we had, or the second seminar that we had of usul al-fiqh to some special audience, and then we did address this question. The nut of it is to reduce it very briefly and to be on the safe side with many of you who have not, of course, gone through that gradual approach of learning this part. I'm going to quote, for example, one of the greatest imams of past, Al-Imam Ibn al-Arabi al-Maliki, rahmahullah, of Al-Andalus, describing the opinion of the ulama on this issue. And there are many texts, a text that says 3 days and 3 nights, a text that says 1 day and 1 night, and text that says more or less. Scholars have also debates about what does this mean. Is this a tirab that would lead to an unauthoritative text? Or is this text, each text was meant for a different situation? Let's not go into that. Anyways, Al-Imam Ibn al-Arabi argues on the basis of the illah of the hukm, on the basis of the operative cause behind the hukm. And in Sharia, we know in particular in mu'amalat issues, and this is an issue of mu'amalat and of adat, all ahkam are rationalizable, mu'allala. And then he argues, rahimahullah, presenting the argument of the ulama, on the basis of another text that would have seemed unrelated to the unlearned to this matter. He argues that the illah, or the effective or operative cause, or the reason behind what Rasulullah ﷺ said, is safety and security. Al-aman. Safety and security. And thus, he and many other scholars had argued, in the Maliki school and others, that if security and safety are guaranteed, or غَلَبَ عَلَى ظَنِّنَا, or most probably we know that that is going to be the case, then it would be halal for a woman to travel, said he, with a group of other women even, or with a group of trustworthy men, or even by herself, if we are sure that it is an issue, we can guarantee, or by what we observe in regulations and laws and in society, etc., we can guarantee the security and safety. And to be very brief, his basis, not only the general argument of qiyas and other things, how to withdraw illah from the text pertaining to certain issues, but he uses even a text in which Rasulullah ﷺ spoke of days to come when a woman would be able to travel alone, fearing nothing else except God and the wolves. From Arabia, from Medina, said he, from Medina to Sana'a, to Yemen. And then they used, of course, Shari'i arguments. He used Shari'i arguments to conclude that the intent here is security and safety, and if those are guaranteed, then inshallah that is all right. However, this does not mean that now, okay, everybody can do, every sister or every woman can do what she wants, can travel the way she wants. Remember, we all have a responsibility, inner responsibility with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Kullun mukallaf. A woman is independently mukallafa, as a man is independently mukallaf. In other words, legally held responsible by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now and in the day of judgment. And of course, we should not, as we learned yesterday, we should not apply the law in a blind way. As we mentioned yesterday, the law should be applied with rahmah, but also here the law should be applied with hikmah. The law should be applied with hikmah, and at the same time we look at what constitutes the well-being of this woman or of that man in relationship to other things that they are attempting to achieve by, let's say, traveling away. There are other considerations in our shara that would make something, even if haram in hukm, would become, because of the consequences that are very positive, much more positive than negative, that would become halal in adat issues. And these are not words of the 20th century ulama, but these are words of our ulama of including Umar ibn al-Khattab and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. But you can't say Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam because some people may understand what that is naskh. After Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam there is no naskh. But so we say Umar radiallahu ta'ala anh and the other Sahaba and the other ulama of the Salaf, and including of which the great al-Imam al-Shatibi rahimahullah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khair. Unfortunately, we have run out of time, so